I would like to call to order this regular meeting of the Round Lake Area School Board on January 10th, 2022 in the Round Lake High School Library at 7 p.m. Can I have a roll call, please?
Mrs. McKinley?
Here.
Mr. Devera?
Here.
Ms. Lee?
Here.
Mrs. Larson?
Here.
Mr. Jewett?
Here.
And can we all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Okay, just a friendly reminder to turn your cell phones to stun, and board members, keep them off the table. And we will go into getting an approval for the meeting agenda.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Mr. Jewett, seconded by Mr. Devera. Can I have a roll call, please?
Mr. Dewey?
Yes.
Mrs. McKinley?
Yes.
Ms. Lee?
Yes.
Mrs. Larson?
Yes.
Mr. Devera?
Yes.
All righty. Communications to the board, and nothing to report. Contracts under 1,000. All right, we get to move right along tonight. Public comment. Do we have any public comment?
We did have one electronic public comment, but it was not complete. There were only a few words to start it. So I can follow up with that individual tomorrow to see if she had any specific questions, if that's okay.
Sounds great. Anybody here, public comment? Anybody? Okay. Will, I guess we're on to Dr. Mendoza and the superintendent's report.
Thank you, Vice President Larson and Board of Education. The following donations have been made to the district and schools. In accordance with board policy, we are informing the board of these donations at this time. Thank you letters will be prepared for each donor. Art portfolios donated to Round Lake Area School District 116 K-12 Art Department by Annie Adamski and Corey Case. School supplies, thermal tumblers, cell phone holders to Beach by the Mimic Foundation. $200 donation to Beach, Schweitzer Engineering Laboratories Incorporated. Various small gifts for Winter Wonderland gift shop to Ellis by the Chapel in Grays Lake. We'd also like to congratulate Maria Kalunga, parent liaison, for being selected by the Village of Round Lake Beach as their Citizen of the Year. Ms. Kalunga's selection is directly tied to her partnership in coordinating the Village of Round Lake Beach Police Department's Citizen Police Academy. Maria will be recognized by the Village of Round Lake Board at their February 28th award ceremony at the Round Lake Beach Cultural and Civic Center. Heather, would you mind sending us just additionally, I mean, we see it on the sheet, but the date of that so that we can attend to support her, whoever's available? Oh, I guess I won't be available. But maybe we can figure out, we'd certainly like her to be supported at that meeting. That concludes the superintendent's report.
Awesome. Thank you, Dr. Mendoza. And we are off to approve some minutes.
Yes. All right. I need a motion to approve the minutes of the public hearing for the tentative 2021 levy and truth taxation.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Lee, seconded by Mr. Jewett. Can I have a roll call?
Mrs. Larson?
Yes.
Mr. Devera?
Yes.
Mr. Dewey?
Yes.
Mrs. McKinley?
Yes.
Ms. Lee?
Yes.
Motion passes.
I need a motion to approve December 20th, 2021 regular board meeting minutes.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Jewett, seconded by Mrs. Lee. Can I have a roll call?
Mr. Jewett,
Yes.
Mr. Devera,
Yes.
Mrs. Larson,
Yes.
Miss Lee,
Yes.
Mrs. McKinley,
Yes.
Motion passes.
I need a motion to approve the December 27th, 2021 special board meeting minutes.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Mr. Jewett, seconded by Mr. DeVera. A roll call, please.
Mrs. McKinley,
Yes.
Miss Lee,
Yes.
Mr. Jewett,
Yes.
Mr. Devera,
Yes.
Mrs. Larson,
Yes. And our motion passes.
We'll go right to the consent agenda. I need a motion to approve the consent agenda for the accounts payable report for $531,994.90 and the January 10th, 2022 employment report.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mr. DeVera, seconded by Mrs. Lee. Can I have a roll call, please?
Mrs. McKinley,
Yes.
Mrs. Larson,
Yes.
Miss Lee,
Yes.
Mr. Devera,
Yes.
Mr. Jewett,
Yes.
And the motion passes. Moving right along to new business. We're looking at some safety assistance.
I need a motion to approve the addition of 3 additional safety assistants to Round Lake High School staff.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Larson, seconded by Mr. Jewett. Can I have a roll call, or any questions? Oh,
Those are the ones that were presented previously, correct?
correct.
I say that did go through finance and then presented at the board.
Alrighty. Can I have a roll call, please?
Miss Lee,
Yes.
Mr. Jewett,
Yes.
Mrs. Larson,
Yes.
Mrs. McKinley,
Yes.
Mr. Devera,
Yes.
Motion passes.
I need a motion to approve the school calendars for the revised 2022 through 2023 and the proposed 2023 through 2024 and 2024 through 2025.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Lee, seconded by Mr. DeVera. Any questions? Can I have a roll call, please?
Mrs. McKinley,
Yes.
Mr. Jewett,
Yes.
Mr. Devera,
Yes.
Miss Lee,
Yes.
Mrs. Larson,
Yes. And our motion passes. And we've come to positive occurrences already. We are just moving along tonight. Any positive occurrences?
You get to use your mic. I was just going to add, I know the girls' basketball team will be home this week. If you guys can come out and support them, or you can always watch them on the NFHS network. Even anyone out there to watch, they're having a great year. And there was a recent article in the Daily Herald about Taylor Major, very fine young lady and student here at Round Lake. So if you can read that as well. But come on out and support. Cheerleading has a competition this Saturday at Grays Lake North High School. JV performs at 8:45 a.m., so bring your coffee. And varsity's at about 1:20 in the afternoon.
Awesome. Anybody else? I mean, we're back for the semester, so woohoo. And most of us are here. Woohoo.
And we're 3 days in, and I do want to thank the team here. We have mobilized our resources, and we are on day 3. I know it doesn't seem like a big deal, but we are. I think we're in survival mode and just doing everything possible to keep the doors open. I mean, that's what we're really trying to do, and it's a little bit bumpy, and it's not linear, and it's up and down. And I really appreciate the team and their flexibility. Just everybody with being understanding and flexible with their staff, themselves as well, in terms of just kind of agreeing we've got to just stay open and in a safe way. So in the safest way possible. So I think that's really positive.
Awesome. As well as the staff. I think they're doing great. They got back. They're, willing to be here. That's awesome. All right. Any future agenda items? All right. We got some more minutes to approve.
All right. I need a motion to approve the closed session meeting minutes from December 6, 2021 regular board meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Jewett, seconded by Mr. DeVera. Can I have a roll call?
Miss Lee,
Yes.
Mrs. McGinley,
Yes.
Mr. Devera,
Yes.
Mr. Dewick,
Yes.
Mrs. Larson,
Yes. Motion carries. And it would appear we have come to the end of our open meeting. So it is time for us to go into closed session for... I need a motion to go into closed session as permitted for the purpose of discussing collective negotiation matters between a public body and its employees or their representatives, or deliberations concerning the salary schedules for one or more classes of employees. C-2, discussions of minutes of meetings lawfully closed under the OMA, whether for purposes of approval by the body of the minutes or semi-annual review of the minutes as mandated in section 2C-21.
And before you call the roll call vote, Vice President Larson, is it okay to say publicly, because we're not taking action after closed, that we don't need the video come out on video afterward for the public? We're not going to be taking action. I just thought I would call that out.
That is excellent. Thank you, Dr. Mendoza.
And for those watching, they don't, hopefully they weren't watching and then just the split screen goes black. So that's why I wanted to call that out for those watching as well. So
Awesome. Thank you so much. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Jewett, seconded by Mrs. Lee. Can I have a roll call?
Mr. Devera,
Yes.
Mrs. McGinley,
Yes.
Mrs. Larson,
Yes.
Miss Lee,
Yes.
Mr. Dewick,
Yes.
Motion carries. We're going to go into closed. Thank you all for joining us this fine evening, and I hope you stay warm on your way home.